Many guys come into trading with the expectations of getting rich fast. Although this is possible, it is very, very unlikely, and you will more than likely end up being more poor than you were when you started. Trading is the hardest easy money you will ever make. What I mean by this is that when you're in a trade, you virtually do nothing to make money in that trade. Once you're in the markets, you virtually do nothing, right? Price either goes up or down, and you have nothing to do with it going up or down. That's completely out of your control. So in that way, it's easy to make money, right? But that is only a fraction of the process in order to professionally trade long term. Majority of the hard work, or if not all of the hard work, is done outside of the markets. Preparation before you enter a trade and preparation after you enter a trade in order to keep the money long term. There is virtually no work done inside of the markets where you actually do get paid, meaning that you're inevitably going to have to work hard for a long time without getting paid. This is why you need to have the approach where you're okay with working hard and not receiving any results for a long time. You're willing to put any amount of time in developing the skills without getting paid, without seeing any sort of results, because at the end of the day, the preparation done outside of the markets is what is going to get you paid long term. But you're not going to get paid directly for the work that you do outside of the markets. You're only going to get paid when you're inside the markets doing virtually nothing. This is exactly why trading is a very, very, very unique business. So the best advice I can give to anyone considering trading is that you have to really want to do this. It can't just be because of money, because you're going to spend a lot of time not getting paid. Being outside of the markets is probably 80% of trading, if not more. You're going to be inside the markets a very small percentage of the time. You better be willing to sacrifice as much time as you possibly can developing the skills outside the markets, because in turn that is what is going to get you paid inside of the markets. You're not willing to put 10,000 hours in, you don't want it enough, which you should just save your time and find something else, because you're going to suffer a lot of pain. You're not going to make it basically if you're not willing to put 10,000 hours in, because that means you truly don't want it. You have to really, really want this shit to make. I'm not saying that it will take the same amount of time for everyone. Some might grasp things faster, some might take a lot longer to grasp things. This really doesn't matter, because if you're focused on how long it's going to take you, you don't really want it. Just be real with yourself. You should understand that the skills are going to get you paid. So you need to spend your time developing these skills and not just chasing money. Once you've acquired the skills and developed the skills, the money will just come to you. You will attract the money by default. If you're not willing to put the time in, just don't even bother, because it's going to take years. And if you're not looking at trading in years, a long-term mindset, you're not going to survive anywhere. That's how you should be looking at trading anyway. You should be looking at years, not 6 months, years. You should really want to do this. If you're not looking at it in years, you really don't want to do it. It's just that simple. You just want the money. You might just spend a significant amount of time focusing on the wrong things. That is very possible. Trading will really test your character, and it will break you down and expose your flaws, and you really need to take that in and deal with that and change. If you're not willing to change, you simply won't be profitable, because you need to develop a profitable mind. No one comes into this shit with a profitable mind, because we have developed habits that are just a disaster waiting to happen for trading. If you're not willing to change, you might just spend your time going around in circles, not getting anywhere, not making any progress at all. There's a high chance of that happening, so you can't be worried about how long it's going to take, because if you're in a rush, there's a chance that you will make mistakes without actually learning. There is no easy way to make money, and there is no easy way to get rich. That is a complete lie. Everything you do is going to be difficult. There's many ways to get rich and make money, but they are all difficult. So you need to submit time to something. Choose what you want to do and submit to time and develop the skills needed to actually be successful in that business. Do not just chase money. You need to actually be proud of what you do and actually develop the skills and achieve something in that industry. Chasing money, you're trying to skip the part where you actually grow and develop skills and just get to the end. And that's where everybody fails. If you focus on the skills first and actually developing yourself, you will eventually get to the end result, which is money. So whatever you choose to do, you better love doing it, because the greed for money will break you down and eventually you'll just quit. The idea of making X amount of money per month within like 6 months of starting trading, or even a year of starting trading, is laughable. You thinking that you can just watch a couple of YouTube videos or buy someone's course and in 6 months you can be making thousands per month from trading, it's just not realistic. Like, come on. You need to spend years actually developing the skills and yourself, and then you've got a lifelong business forever. This isn't just for a few months. This is for life. So stop fucking around. Just like a professional athlete puts in hours and hours every single day in the gym to get to the pinnacle of their sport, you need to do the same. You need to spend hours and hours developing real skills in order to make money in trading. The skills that make a profitable trader. Everyone knows you can't just follow some basketball course and boom, you're in the NBA. That's not how life works, you know. It takes years of developing skills and years of experience to get to the pinnacle of what you want to do. And if you want to be a trader, you want to be in that top pinnacle percentage of traders actually making money. So you need to be great. And in order to be great, you need to develop skills.